AI responses you can actually trust, that's structured output. It transforms unreliable text into precise machine-readable data. I will show you exactly how to implement it for AutoGen by building a stock analysis agent as an example. And at the end, you will get the complete code. So let's swarm. So, first thing we have to cover, which is important to understand, what is structured output when we are working with LLMs. So, structured output in the context of large language models refers to the practice of constraining the model's response to follow a specific predefined format or schema. What does it mean? It means we kind of tell the model that it cannot just answer in any way, but it has to answer in a very specific way, in a very specific predefined way. And like that, we improve the output dramatically. Rather than generating free form, because if we don't provide it, it just returns whatever it kind of wants. Unstructured text. This approach ensures that the output is organized and consistent. Consistent is very, very important. And machine readable, making it easier to parse and integrate it into downstream applications such as APIs and databases. Most of the APIs and most of the database, they required very structured input. Or if they use an LLM, it's then the output too. So that you're able to use them and don't have to constantly write your own parsers, you need structured output. And for automated workflows, it's very important too. And what are the biggest advantages of structured output? Well, first, it is reducing hallucination. That means structured outputs constraints dramatically limit the model's ability to generate false information. And how it's being done? We kind of tell the model, okay, we limit the options the model can return. And by limiting the options to like only a specific amount of options, it's hallucinating less. Because the tokens and LLM returns is based on probabilities. And if you decrease the probability of return something false, of course, the chances are higher that it returns something correct. And this is what we covered already, machine readability. Enables programmatic processing and seamless incorporation into existing systems. Okay, so what we mean with especially this part. Here's an example. Many times when you talk to an LLM, it returns, and you even tell it, I want structured data. It does not really return structured data. So for example, it just returns like a string, then comes the data you actually want, and then there's another string. And to deal with that, you have to create a parser. But this is only one combination. They're very different. Like theoretically, there are unlimited amounts of possibilities how the LLM can return this data. To avoid that, you use structured data with your agent framework, in this case with AutoGen. So what we actually want is exactly this kind of data returned. So how we do that with AutoGen? So basically, if you open the AutoGen docs, I will paste, of course, this link in the description below. You want to select agent chat, and then you want to go to the agent section. And in the agent sections, you have a lot of examples, how you actually use those agents. And one of those examples is structured output. So what you want to do is you want to use Pydantic, the base model of Pydantic, and then integrate it into the model. You want to integrate it into the model declaration, which I will show you soon. So let's jump into the code, and I will show you how to do that. before that, I want to show you how actually our agent workflow looks like. So we have the input, the stock ticker as an input. Then we pass that to the Yahoo Finance API, which is a tool we defined. And then it's returning stock data. And this stock data we're going to use together with the Warren Buffett investment principles. These two data points we use for our analysis process. And at the end, it's going to return us an structured investment analysis. Okay, so let's see. I will just give you a quick overview of the important parts of the code. So first, what we want to do is we want to define the base model. The two base model, actually in this example, we're going to use two base models. So we're going to use the investment analysis and the relevant KPI. And one thing what is very nice and powerful in Pydantic is that you can kind of wrap one model into another. So here we have the relevant KPIs, which is a list of relevant KPIs model. And then in Pydantic, you want to do that when you define your model. When you define your model, the model client, then you say response format, which is then the investment analysis, which is this model defined. This we don't have to define because it's like nested here. And then let's just run the code. As said, all the code will be provided in the repo. I will paste the description below, then you can just check it out yourself, play around with it. And yes, so basically what is happening, we do a function, we use the tool usage, and then receive. The tool then returns us the data from the Yahoo Finance API, and then we use this data together with the Warren Buffett investment principles. And here's our structured data. So let's see what was our structure we had. So we have first the reasoning. Here is the reasoning. Then we have a clear rating, which is here. So we have the overall rating. Then we have the relevant KPIs, which is this one. Exactly, each we have like the key, and then the rating, key, rating, key, rating. And at the end, we have the improvement requirements. So it worked perfectly. As said, don't use this directly as investment advice. It's just like a test. So you always have to validate and check it yourself, and best ask to some professionals. If you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe it, and we will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.